What is going on, guys? Joey Franzo here with Flex Training Systems. Take number 2 because my music was too loud. And I just realized that I could change that so what I'm hearing sounds different from what you guys are hearing. That being said, Coach's Corner. Best meet of my life. We're going to break it down. Man, I really wish that first cut worked because there's some good info in there. But essentially, we're going to go through the lifts. We're going to break them all down. I'm going to talk about my split. We'll start with that. I took a 1 time a week squat, low bar squat, 1 time a week high bar. I did not add in the low bar for the second day like I normally do. Biggest lift I hit in the gym was 720. My PR from Nationals is 672. This is 677, I believe, opener. Nice and easy. I knew that if all went well, 744-ish might be there. And that's exactly what I hit. I had visualized that weight a million times. I was super excited in the weekends leading up to the meet because I knew what I was capable of. And, we got it done. So this 711 here is to, get me in range of that 744. Any lower might be out of range. Any higher, and I'm just wasting energy. But yeah, that's one of the things about attempts is like you're setting up for a big third. You don't necessarily want to like you don't want to jump like to 5 pounds less than your planned third and then jump 5 pounds. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna burn yourself out. So, yeah, I was pretty confident with this lift. This is the most confident I had been on squat, despite it being the most weight ever of any lift that I had ever done. I actually really like this rack. It's very sturdy. The rogue plates were pretty clean. Yeah, I don't know. It was I didn't mind. I did not mind this rack, especially on bench, which you guys will see when it comes up. Fuck, man, that's 711. That's crazy to me. When I started this sport, I never thought I'd be lifting these weights. I did gain a bunch of weight, but if I didn't lose 30 pounds and gain it back while maintaining my strength, I never would have got here. And that's the coolest thing to me. That's why I'm excited to go through the process again and see where I end up. I just want to hit big weights, honestly. I don't really care about Wilks too much. I mean, my Wilks did go up a good amount, even though Wilks doesn't exist anymore, right? But for IPF formula, I'm pretty much screwed. Like, the numbers I would need to hit are pretty absurd, so I'm not really too worried about it. I was pretty amped coming into the squat. I knew it was there. Getting my hand set, right? Taking my time, feeling the bar, making sure my grip is nice and solid. Now my back is tight, shoulder blades together, getting my back nice and tight, getting my air in, bracing before I bring the bar out. I'm going to hold it right here. So I like to line up my my heels with my shoulder. That's where I feel strongest. Crank my wrist straps down, bars bending across my back. I'm not straight. Most people aren't straight with the bar on their back. So when people overthink on that end, or they stress about it too much, it's just like, dog, nobody's straight. You're good. So here we go. Big breath, brace, flexing the abs down and tight. Control into the hole. Control into the hole. I cannot stress that enough. Controlling the weight down into the hole. That is like the most important thing when it comes to, I'm lit. Let's go. That's the most important thing when it comes to controlling these big weights. You can make or miss a lift based on how much control you have going into the hole. Just because you're strong doesn't mean you can execute. So we got an instant replay courtesy of this crazy backdrop. Titantron, WWE status. Man, when I started the sport, I never thought I'd be lifting 744 pounds. It's just nuts to me. You keep working and you never know where you're going to end up. So coming in a bench here, I was unhappy with my bench from national, so I prioritized my split to kind of focus on bringing up my bench. And I was originally going to gain some strength on bench and then flip back to prioritizing squat, but squats were blowing up, so I just kept it. You know, if I can build them both, why not? Sometimes it helps a little bit to put one of your lifts at the forefront of your training, especially the more advanced you get. That's like a very like advanced lifter thing. Like if you've been lifting for 10 plus years, you know, you might need to do stuff like that to allocate resources to areas that need them. But yeah, 440, nice and easy, nice and smooth. This is my PR right here, 210 kgs. Just wanted to hit this to build the total. Whatever happened after that, you know, I was like, I'll be in range for PR, whether I should have gone 470 or not. I can live with the miss. If you're betting 5 keys, if you're betting 2 keys to gain 5, I'm gonna take it. It's kind of how I look at it. I love this fat pad bench, man. It's so grippy, and it makes me feel like I'm doing a decline bench. I am a sink boy. Sink into the chest boy, clearly. If you are a thick boy watching this, I recommend you try. Felt good. Felt good. Coming up, we have my third attempt. I had wanted this lift for literally 3 years, man. 3 years. I was like 3 reds and a blue. I'm going to get that one day. It's actually 2.5 years, but who cares, right? Right? We don't want to waste time on the little things, right? Even though the little things add up to a big thing, you know what I'm saying? It's a want is the point. We don't want to really worry about wants. We want to just build, and then it'll come. Right? Anyway, 474. We're going to slow down a little bit when we get under the bar and stuff to, you know, really make sure that I can explain what I'm doing here. Shout out to the Titan singlet combining with that grippy Rogue fat pad for like maximum bench stability under long pauses in the Arnold. Actually, the pause was pretty good here. Wasn't that long. So first thing I do is I get my hand set, my feet up on the bench. Once my hands are locked in, then I put my feet down and I get my back nice and tight, making sure that I'm like wedging my shoulder blades together. Feeling the bar. Oh, when this guy gets out the way. Okay. Some people say hold the bar on the top of your hand. Personally, for me, I like to hold the bar in the bottom of my hand. 1, I have really small wrists and it hurts like hell to put it in the top of my hand. 2, the closer I can get the bar to this joint, right, the more power I'm going to be able to transfer from my body, from the ground, into the bar, right? So, you know, plus when you fire off your chest and the bar's on the top of your hand, you're doing, some people are like, they're coming up and they're like, oh, they're doing that. You're just losing power, man. You literally need to like take all that force, put it into like a needle, and jam it straight up. If that does that even, what am I even saying? You know what I mean? You want to just put all your force into one point, and I feel like by holding the bar in my wrist, in my palm of my hand versus my top of my wrist, I'm able to do that better. It's all about transferring weight into the bar. I can also control better. I'm squeezing every muscle in my body. I'm tensing every muscle in my body right now to like meet the tension of that heavy weight, right? I'm trying to make the weight feel as light as possible by me doing that. And I think, you know, becoming getting as tight as possible is going to help with that too. So we got a nice little square right here. You know what I'm saying? We got the humerus almost, you know, parallel, right? Perpendicular. My brain doesn't work. I'm still drunk from the flight. Lined up with the bar. You know, got some nice forearm action going on right here, right? That's like kind of the position I try to create on my bench. Yeah, crank the wrist wraps down. Do it at the joint, right? So we don't have that movement. If you're a big boy, you want to bring the bar down, tighten your belt nice and tight, and then try to build as much tension where the bar meets your chest as much as possible. Even though I felt like I just felt like I was not. It felt like I wasn't gonna get this off my chest. I rely on the leverage I create with my body to kind of handle the first 2 inches of the lift for me, so that the rest of my body could take over, like my muscles can take over after, right? So we're like leveraging it up to the point where we need to lock it out. Nice and smooth, third attempt, man. That's what it's all about. Shout out to the fat pad. I didn't hit the rack once. A lot of people were complaining about that, but it worked out great for me. So deadlifts here, 600 opener. I have like really strong floor speed, and then I struggle a little bit at lockout, but this is the highest I think I've ever opened my deadlift ever. And I told myself I just want to get in the meat, and we're sending it. We're going to get in range of 1900. Depends how this 650 moves. Okay. All good, no harm done. 650. It's not a big jump for me. Like, from a floor speed strength perspective, they're all light. Everything is light. Even my third attempt is light. So me making a big jump like this is not going to jar my body or shock me as much as, you know, somebody else, for example, that has a normal deadlift, unlike me. My dogs had gotten into it, and my hand was a casualty. So I wasn't sure how I'd be able to grip the bar. But I'm going to break this down here. Well, I'll do it on my third attempt. You know, I dig the bar into the palm of my hand, so, you know, grip is not really going to be an issue for me, unless I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. But yeah, 650, nice and easy. I knew that I had 672, 666 for sure. But Tina believed in me, and she put on the 1900, and I said I will lock it out 100%. Whether or not it's going to be clean, I don't know. I'm just telling them to move the bar back a little bit here, just so that I get out of there's like holes where people pull, and I don't want any problems. So yeah, man, just getting my mind right. Getting my mind right. We got the A7 slippers. We got the flex socks, right? This is it right here. You know, you got to get in the zone. You got to do everything. This is put everything you can into one lift. Maintain your technique, of course. That's number one. So I'm going to get my breathing right. Then I'm going to take in a lot of air, build a ton of tension in my torso. I'm maintaining that tension throughout this whole thing, right? I'm not letting my air out like at all. Literally not letting my air out like at all. Now, once we maintain that tension in the core, we're going to get our hands set, which is what I'm doing right now. Really kind of digging my hands into the knurl. Again, I am not somebody that can use my tiny little fingers to just like monkey grip the bar. I have, like, from here down, I feel way stronger, right? So I wanna use that to make sure that I get this lift. That's why I wedge the bar down there, and I use my index finger to push down on my thumb to push down on my index and middle finger to make sure that my hand does not open up. I've never torn my hand ever, right? In the many years that I've been lifting, I've never torn it. I've gotten shredded up a little bit, but I've never torn. I've never bled from my hand. Part of that is because, you know, 650 is not that much. Although that's not really true, because I know people that tear their hands with 500 pounds, right? So if you want to make that argument, I guess you can. But I think it's a shitty argument. Yeah, grip the bar, squeeze the bar. For those of you that have problems with your hands tearing, if you squeeze the bar deep into your hand, right, the bar's not going to roll in your hand all the way up. And, you know, you're going to be way more successful on many more lifts than you would have been otherwise. So once I get my hand set, hands are set, sit down, chest up. It happens pretty quickly, but what I'm trying to do is As I'm lowering my hips down, I'm putting tension into the bar. See the bar bending, right? It's still on the ground. Putting tension into the bar, creating a shit ton of tension. Some people might help you to externally rotate your arms to turn your lats on, right? I just like thinking long arms, right? Keep my arms long. Also, because I don't pull that much, like let's say I go 6 months without deadlifting, this left arm gets tight because it's not used to being extended like that. So when I start pulling again, I start to feel tension there, and I don't want to tear my bicep. So that's why the long arms cue can help me keep that underhand tight or safe, basically. Sitting down, building that tension, right? At this point, everything is like I've already put 1,000,000 pounds of pressure into the bar, and all I have to do now is drive with my legs. Um, Bar's gonna fly up. Then we're gonna get right here, and this is where things can go wrong. This is where you might screw up and hitch. There's a lot of different things that can happen, and I ended up doing that. Like, oh my god, guys, it hurts. Watching it again, I realized I'm not too sure that I would have been able to lock it if I didn't do that little baby hitch, but um, ideally I just be more patient and it keeps going up my leg slowly. But right there, so minimal. I've seen lifts pass that were more dramatic than that. Um, but this is the Arnold. These judges are not. They don't fuck around. So yeah, I mean, I get it. I screwed up. Should have gone a little bit lighter. It's not really a big deal. I went for 1900. There's 19. There's 19. 1901. 1902. Right here. It hurts. It hurts so bad. But yeah, I know what I need to do. I'm gonna overdo it. Like the things that I'm gonna change are gonna get me way over this. Um, the variable will be handling people at nationals, so I'll probably just go for 700. Um, I'm happy that I was even able to stand up with this. My first Arnold's, I think I died with like 639, so like it was ugly. But yeah, this is good weight. I never thought that 700 would ever be a part of the equation, and now I know it's like many things, it's just a matter of time. Um, this meet was a great meet for me to kind of establish a new powerlifting identity when it comes to like what level I'm at. Um, I'd always consider myself like an average lifter, and then over the years I've just kind of rose up. I've still got a ways to go. I'm not gonna be Dennis or anything, but if I could keep these lifts and head down to 105, we might be talking. But that's way down on the priority list. Always gonna be a coach first. Um, I hope you guys are able to take something away from this video. I know I did. I know I took a lot away from this video. That's why watching film like this in an analytical way, it's super helpful. But it's not like an overthink thing. It's just like little mistakes, fix them, we move on. Bench and squat, damn near perfect. Deadlift, could have done better at 10 selection. I guess if I ever get in a situation where something could be out of range, the changes that I'm gonna make will help. But it's just time. I just need time. I just needed 2, 3 more weeks to train pulls, and I would have been there. I could have switched to an SBD singlet, and I could have been there. Who knows? I might actually try that. But yeah, guys, I'm excited for this year. I'm excited to train. I'm excited to push it. I'm excited for all of it, and I'm really, I really want to push this thing and see what we can do. Worlds is gonna be nuts. Nationals, the state games is gonna be crazy. State champs, I think. Everybody's hitting 1900 this year. I'm gonna hit it. Mikey's gonna hit it. John's gonna hit it. Shit, Russ might hit it. Fucking, if Sean could lock out his deads, he's gonna hit it. Um, I think it's just a matter of time till we have Sean, Russ, um, you know, Gibbs. Like I think I think people are just gonna be pushing limits, breaking barriers, hitting crazy lifts. And I want people to see like before there was this time, before there was this era of raw lifting, before Joey and the gang, before the people that may not necessarily were gifted enough to be in a strong position that need to keep up. Like I'm pushing them. Me and my team is gonna push them, and they're gonna push us, and I'm appreciative of our competition for that. Um, and I want people to just like keep training, and your first meet might be a sub 500 pound squat, and one day you're gonna squat 744. You know what I mean? That's what I'm here to do. That's what I want people to appreciate, and I just want to push limits, man. I want to push mine. I want to push my team. I want to push everything. Um, but yeah, guys, thank you so much for making it this far. If you made it this far, let me get a hashtag legacy or hashtag breaking limits, pushing limits, something like that in the comments below. Appreciate you guys. I got the fire lit under me, right? The fire is lit. I am ready to push. I'm ready to train. I'm ready to drop 10 pounds and bulk back up and make all these my openers. You know what I'm saying? That being said, let's get it.